Hello and welcome to update number 1 of Ecosystem's Miracle Mud. Does it really work? As you can see here, I've installed the Miracle Mud. It's been approximately 16 hours since the Miracle Mud was initially installed. I can tell you I was fairly surprised at the fact that there wasn't much of any silt floating around, making the water cloudy. So after about 2 hours of adding the Refugium, I could tell you that I turned on the system and everything has cleared up beautifully. Now, I will tell you that it was a bit of a hassle to do the installation of this Miracle Mud and removing the existing deep sand bed that was on the Refugium before. And I could tell you also that it was a great thing that I actually did this, because I had a 4-inch deep sand bed that was sugar fine before. It was about a week old, and I can tell you that when I had to literally remove the Refugium from the back here of the tank to be able to remove the sand bed, and I noticed that the bottom 1-inch layer of the deep sand bed was turning black. And that's an indication of hydrogen sulfide. And if this sand bed was disturbed, it can kill your system. Hydrogen sulfide is poisonous even to us human beings. So I believe that to be because this Refugium, there's 2 reasons why there was hydrogen sulfide in the bottom of the bed. Reason number 1, there's not much of a surface area on this Refugium. I understand that it is 25.5 inches long, and the problem lies that it's only 4 inches wide. So because of that, there is not much of a surface area, and I do recommend that if you're going to use this type of system, I wouldn't recommend more than 2 to 3 inches of any kind of deep sand bed. Because also there's a lack of water flow through it. It's not the same as, say, you have a deep sand bed on your main display where you've got plenty of water movement and the main display is 36 inches by 12 inches as opposed to being 25 inches by only 4 inches. So it was a good thing that I actually did this upgrade to the mineral mud. Not mineral mud, the Refugium mud, the Miracle Mud. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the positives that I've seen so far, and we're going to go into that, and then later on in the video, this is going to be a real short video, I'm going to show you what it looks like on the top. So some of the positives are the following. Let's look here at the main display, and let's look at the polyp extension on the corals has really gone haywire. I can tell you that the green purple rims Brett's Montipora capricornis, I wish I had a better camera, because the little polyps that are within the Brett's purple rim Montipora capricornis are just popping out. They're popping out like they never popped out before. Aside from that, we could just take another example here. The potato coral, the Christmas tree rock, as I like to call it, has a fuzzy-like appearance to it. It almost looks like suede, And as the water kind of flows through it, you can see it kind of moving, And it's really. I can definitely tell the difference. I can't really make much of a comparison now, because it's only been about 16 hours. However, I have done some tests, and before I added the Refugium, the Miracle Mud, I did some water parameter tests, and my pH was about 8.0. I can tell you that I did some tests today. The pH is 8.2, so it does buffer the pH somewhat. Aside from that, I did calcium alkalinity. The calcium is somewhere around 450, so it buffered that up. It was 420 last night, and the DKH is somewhere between 8 and 9, which is perfect for seawater parameters. I didn't turn on the skimmer as indicated, so it hasn't really collected anything. I cleaned it out yesterday and left it off. I just turned it on for a couple of hours. I'm not going to be running the skimmer no more than maybe 5-6 hours, probably during the day. During the nighttime, I'm going to leave it off, so as the phytoplankton can come into the main display and feed the corals. So this is just a quick update, and before I finish the video, I just gotta kind of, you know, I could tell you that there were no negative effects to replacing the Refugium substrate. And why is that? Because this Refugium is known as a what do you call that? It's a remote deep sand bed, which means that it is a deep sand bed that is attached to your main display via a separate compartment. So it was very easy for me to just shut off the Refugium, take it out, replace the sand, use the same water, and there were no negative effects to the system itself. So you know, that's a good thing, because had it been that I had to do the major changes to the main display itself, it would really have an adverse or either a negative effect or maybe even a positive effect, you know. But the changes were minimal to the system. And with that said, let me just show you guys quickly a top view of the Refugium. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Kind of let you guys take a look at what the mud looks like. So with that said, stay tuned for future videos. This is NewYorkSteelo signing out. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Peace.